What's going on, everyone? So this new article popped up on Inside the Eagles, or Inside the Eagles. It's kind of a funny worded website, but yeah. So Howie Roseman had a press conference today, and he spoke in depth about sort of draft strategy, takeaways from free agency, and what the path is moving forward for the team. And so there's a lot of exciting things that came from that press conference. But one of them, one of the main things that Howie was talking about sort of confirmed what I was saying in a previous video regarding Howie Roseman's typical draft strategy or philosophy. And Inside the Eagles agrees with me. So the first takeaway here is that defensive line remains a priority. It says, do you want the Eagles to prioritize drafting a running back? Or how about a linebacker? Maybe a corner? Well, if you're buying into the many mock drafts going around and assuming that everyone is cake up front for the defense, think again. The Eagles are going to stick to their strategy of building in the trenches, like I always say, Howie loves those trenches, and filling out the rest as they can, right? So what I was saying in my previous video was that, we have the draft capital later in the draft to address other positions of need, but also to go with the best player available strategy, depending on how the draft sort of falls to us. So, Elliot Shore Parks here, he says, Howie Roseman speaking at length about how he grew up in the NFL, seeing the value of building along the O/D line. Pretty clear that that's his number one philosophy with draft picks, and as it should be. Sorry, I clicked on some random. Oh, there's his Twitter. Okay, so as it should be, because the offensive line and defensive line, there's a tremendous amount of value in this draft in particular, and there's a lot of top quality talent that could potentially fall to us at 25. You look at guys like Dexter Lawrence or Ed Oliver or Rashawn Gary or players that have the potential to fall. Maybe not Rashawn Gary, but players that have potential to fall to us. And there's probably a lot of great value that could be had at number pick 25. That being a later pick in the first round, if we could find a value that generates a big time return to build our defensive line for years to come, I say take it. We already have one of the best defensive lines in the league. Why not make that from great to absolutely elite? And I think if there's the opportunity to do that, then absolutely do that. And if there's a top quality offensive lineman, then I absolutely think we should grab one of those, because it would open up the running game, and it will also be a great investment for Carson Wentz, who we're probably going to sign to a long-term contract in the near future. So why not protect him? Right, so, okay, point number 2 is that Sidney Jones will get written off just yet. And I think that's good, because the first year Sidney Jones was injured. Second year, having spent a whole entire year away from football, sort of got off to a rusty start. Highly competitive cornerback room. I absolutely think that we shouldn't write him off just yet. Give him definitely another year. He's had a year under the defensive scheme to learn under Jim Schwartz, sort of have his first taste at the NFL, and this second year is going to be huge for him, a huge prove-it year for him. So I'm looking forward to see what Sidney Jones brings to the defense. And yeah, I definitely want to give him at least one more year. So, okay, the next sort of point here is that the Eagles will go for the best player available approach. And then one of the biggest takeaways that Howie was saying in his press conference was that his philosophy has been that there's a lot of different needs that we had and that we addressed in free agency, and what that allows us to do moving forward into the draft is to go with the best player available approach, then keep bolstering up our overall talent on the team, and also bolster up our depth. So it's going to generate a lot of positive things for our team. And yeah, guys, so those are the big takeaways from Howie's press conference. I think the Inside the Eagles did a great job. And yeah, so they would definitely agree with a lot of things that I think. And yeah, I'm excited for the draft. I think we're gonna do a great job here. All right, see you guys.